My name is Mallory DeSalle, and I am from class of 1999. Welcome to the very first Cottey Cooking. I am joined today by my oldest daughter. Tell us your name.
Lillian.
And Lillian is our family's cook. So let me be honest, this is really Lillian's cooking show today. And we decided that because we couldn't join together on campus at Cottey for Founders Day, we had to bring Cottey campus to our home. So we got out our favorite cookbook, which is the Cottey Cooking book, written by my favorite 5-star chef and yours, Michael. So together we looked through the cookbook, right? How did that go?
Good.
And how many recipes did we find that we wanted to make?
A lot.
A lot. So we had to narrow it down to just one for today's segment, and we decided to make what?
Strawberry lime mousse pie.
Let's talk about the ingredients. The recipe calls for 1 store-bought graham cracker crust. We didn't have one, so Emerson broke up the graham crackers, and with Lillian, she and Lillian made their own graham cracker crust. 1/4 cup of fresh lime juice. Lillian says a kitchen hack is use a garlic press if you don't have a traditional juicer. She also reminds you to roll the limes so that they're easier to squeeze. 1/2 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin. 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Be sure to divide it. 1 cup of premium white chocolate morsels or a white chocolate bar chopped. 1 teaspoon of grated or minced lime zest. The kids love doing this part. 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. For the topping, you need 3 cups of sliced fresh strawberries and seedless strawberry jam. If you have seeds in your jam, don't worry, we'll help you find a solution. Before we get started with all of our cooking, we are going to make sure that our hands are Cottey clean. So we're going to sing a song, and feel free to sing along with me. Cottey, beautiful Cottey, it's a school of which I'm sure you've heard before. Over the Ozarks, down the Missouri, and tonight you're gonna hear some more. It's a good girls' school, one of the finest. Teaches liberal arts and gives you lots of poise. If you do good there, they'll send you to Paris. It's got everything, oh everything but boys. I have no idea if that is more than 20 seconds, but it definitely gets your hands clean because we know that that is essential when you're cooking, and plus it's just plain old fun.
So to start, we're gonna take 1/4 cup of lime juice and we're going to pour it in. And then we're going to take 1/2 teaspoon of some unflavored gelatin.
Now Lillian, that looks like 1/4 teaspoon. How do you know that you have 1/2 teaspoon?
2 is 1/2 of 4.
Good math, wonderful.
And now we have to let it stand for 10 minutes. So now we are going to take 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, and then we are going to put it into a saucepan. We need to try to get all of it out. So now it's reached a simmer, so we're going to turn it down to low. We're going to reduce that heat, and now we're going to add in 1 cup of white chocolate.
Lily, what do we do now that we have reduced the heat to low and the white chocolate is all melted?
we are going to add in our lime juice and gelatin mixture until the rest of the gelatin dissolves.
That lime smells so good. Citrus is one of my favorites. You know, one of the recipes that we thought about making was the
orange rolls.
Orange rolls. Those were my favorite during Sunday brunch.
Now that it's dissolved, we're going to add in our 1 teaspoon of lime zest.
Zesting was something that Emerson, our youngest daughter, really enjoyed doing. You know, if you have a daughter who can be your food prep, that is something that would really help when you're Cottey cooking. Does this need to simmer, or are we waiting for it to get to a certain temperature?
So now that everything is dissolved and it's all mixed in, we're going to take it off the heat and let it sit for about 40 minutes.
Chill the mixture in the fridge, but stir regularly. Since we had to wait, we took a coffee break. Then we waited for 40 minutes, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited. So what do we do next?
So now in a medium bowl, we're going to combine 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of sour cream, and 2/4 or 1/2 cup of heavy cream, whipping cream.
I thought we already made the middle part of the pie. What are we making right now?
This is going to thicken and make sure that it's not too thin whenever we pour it in, because if it's too thin, then what's going to happen is it's going to fall through the crust.
So we're going to combine this with what we've already made to make that pie filling?
Yeah, so we need to wipe this off.
Okay, so what are we about to do now?
We are going to beat it until we have stiff peaks.
Beat it, beat it. All right. So this sounds intimidating. What do we need to be able to make, to beat this? Should I just get my own whisk, or what should I use?
You could do that, but that would take a longer time. But I'm using a hand mixer because it's much faster.
Okay, let's take a look.
It's really loud though, so
hold your ears.
You want to mix the cream until you have stiff peaks.
So now we are going to take our whipped cream base and our stuff. We let it cool around and in, around and in, because we need to keep those bubbles so it can be nice, light, and fluffy, so when it sets, we have a nice fluffy pie. So now we are going to take the mixture. We're gonna carefully smooth it out.
It smells so good.
Try to get as much as you can out of it because you spent a long time making it, so you want to use it all. Okay, so now that we have it all in and it's kind of smoothed out to the place that you want it, we are going to put this into the fridge for an hour and a half so that it can set up, and when we are done, we can place strawberries on it.
That'll be so good. Okay. As a little girl, I heard about PEO a lot from my grandmother and from my mom, who were both members. After going to Cottey College, I joined their PEO chapter, and now I am a member of my local chapter in Bloomington, Indiana, Chapter BQ, and I invited my mother-in-law to join our chapter. So one really cool thing about today is I get to wear a very special apron that has a tie to PEO. My grandmother sent me this apron because she's getting a little bit older. She's 97 years old, and she is now handing down things that we know have important value, and this PEO apron is one of them. So today, when I cook with my daughters and I celebrate being a member of the Cottey College alumni, I will be thinking of my grandma. Not only because I'll be wearing that apron, but also because my grandmother and my Grand Mary, which was another family friend, they were the two people that said to me, Mallory, you've got to go see Cottey College. And so even as a sophomore in high school, I listened to them and I went on a See for Yourself weekend. And I went with several other girls from the state of Nebraska, because that's where I grew up. Go Big Red! And out of that trip, there were 6 of us on the trip, and 4 of us ended up going to Cottey. That See for Yourself weekend was just that good. So if you are a PEO and you are not one of our wonderful Cottey alumni, then I want you to know that your invitations to young women about Cottey College are essential. And the reason that I am now on the Cottey College Alumni Executive Board is because my grandma, a PEO, said, you have to go and see for yourself. So what's the next step?
We are going to put strawberries in a pattern on top of our pie. You put them in a pattern that you want, and I'm going for like a swirl pattern. Now I'm going to go over one more time, and you can go over as many times as you want.
In Cottey style, you could even make it look a little bit like a daisy.
Now the jam is done and it's simmered, so we took it off the heat, and since ours has seeds, we are going to strain it just to make sure we don't have any of those seeds.
And if the seeds are small enough to go through that strainer, they're okay.
Now I'm going to use our strawberry glaze, which is just the jam that we heated up earlier, and I'm just going to lightly put it on. For the middle, I'm gonna do something, it's a technique, but I have to go get something first.
Ooh, she just pulled a Cottey College. You'll find out. So what is your secret technique, Lillian?
So I grabbed a lime, so I'm going to cut it in half. We're going to take some scoops and put it into different places. Anywhere that you want
Creativity here.
And then you're going to take a toothpick and you're going to kind of spread the jam around into some cool designs.
That's really cool. Now, Cottey College also has a wonderful art program. And if you don't have a toothpick, maybe you can use a skewer, or is there anything else you could use?
You could use like the tip of a knife. Now I'm going to place the lime kind of a little off of the middle, and I'm going to put back here some of these that we cut earlier, and I'm going to place them behind it how I want it.
So it has some height.
And there you go, strawberry lime mousse pie. Can I try it? Can I try it?
Oh yeah, you can try it. I'm gonna try it too.
But let's try it and see if it tastes good.
So good.
It's good.
The crunchy,
It's good.
salty, but sweet graham cracker crust with the lime and the creaminess, the sour cream with the whipping cream. It's so good with the strawberry. I gotta get some more. Oh my gosh, this makes me feel like I'm back at Cottey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I don't think this is gonna make it all the way till Sunday brunch, but I do recommend that you follow this recipe and make it for a party, a gathering, or just to enjoy with your favorite Cottey sisters, PEO sisters.
Tomorrow is Sunday brunch.
It might make it to Sunday brunch. I don't know. It's so good. I might eat it all now.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael, for making the book.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks, Cottey College, for having quality cuisine for students and for teaching us how important it is for us to fuel our bodies as we fuel our minds. And Cottey alumni, I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoy bringing Cottey home to you through Cottey Cooking.